Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. The beginning of the year, I was working, and a new year to be exact, I got fired. That's when I took the decision. I'm betting on myself. I'm not making nobody else's wish now. I'm making myself wish. I'm working, I'm giving and helping nobody else dreams right now. I'm working on my dreams. So that's when I decided to turn into content creating. One of my best friends is a content creator, and she really inspired me by being it. I realized that it is something available and it is a career path. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be my own boss, and I wanted to create and be in that environment. I was exposed to that lifestyle. I was exposed to that professional career. So that was the beginning of the year for me. And the first 3 months was really about learning how to be a content creator, finding my way, finding my path, finding my identity, finding my niche, finding my purpose, finding my brand identity, really. At the same time, I was going deep in inner work. I'm talking about reading 5 books a month, listening to podcasts and YouTube videos, and brainwashing myself with everything that I could to do the inner work, go deep, figure out my limiting beliefs, break free from my limiting beliefs, learn how to love myself, how to see myself, how to find myself. And that's also when I got way deeper into my religion and into spirituality. So I got way closer to God. It's been helping me so much, and I'm so grateful. I truly believe that when we go through things in life, it's really just God's calling us back to Him, telling us, like, come closer to me. The closer you come to me, and the stronger your faith, and the more support you're gonna have, and the more clarity you're gonna gain, and a feeling of safety. The more I get closer to God, and the more I find that safety feeling that I was missing since my mom left. That feeling of, I got you, being held, being protected, and no matter what, you always gonna be provided for. I'm really grateful that this path and this inner work journey took me here too. So after the first 3 months of the year, it was my turning point. I decided to bet on myself. I decided to not be a victim anymore of the things that happened to me, but rather use the things that happened to me in my favor and for my own good, and finding my way into social media. After that, I entered the spring-summer season. It was really a phase of growth and building. Now I knew where I was going. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew that my purpose was really to represent wellness, represent confidence, represent resilience, represent self-love, represent kindness, all those things that are very shared to me, and all those values that I hold deep inside of me. I wanted my brand to be that. I wanted my niche to be that. I wanted my message to be that. And it's only by doing that I finally found that clarity of, okay, I know what I want to do, I know where I want to go, and I know what I want to share, and I know the purpose of it, I know the meaning of it. And it feels so good, because at this time of the year last year, I was so lost, guys. I was like, what am I doing here? Why am I in America? What is the meaning in my life? I had no clue. If anything, I wanted to go back home and figuring it out there, because being here is not easy. It's amazing and it's a blessing. But when you are not in your home country, you have to deal with a lot of things, starting with the paperwork, starting with your rights, starting with the opportunities, it's many challenges and obstacles that you have to overcome to live and succeed in a country that is not your home country. When you're in your home country, it's called your home country, not for no reason, because you get certain things that other people don't get, and it's that simple. You get to claim certain things that other people gotta fight to be able to claim, or gotta work hard and wait a long time. But when you live in another country, trust and believe, it's gonna be things that you're gonna have to overcome, and a lot of challenges. Coming to spring season and finally figuring out what I want to do, my purpose, my goal, the meaning of my career, and of this time of my life, having a meaning and a purpose for why now. It feels so good to know what I'm doing, to feel it deeply. Basically, I entered this phase during spring, summer of really building, the building phase, becoming consistent on social media, becoming consistent with my workout, with my prayers, my growth, with my inner work, journaling, with meditating, with healing. So that's when it really started to come together. And that phase of building and achieving, it was just great. Like, I graduated from school, I won a lawful case that I had going on all the way in France, healing limiting beliefs, inner child wounds. I started learning how to love myself unconditionally, how to prioritize myself, how to take into consideration my emotions, my feelings, my desires, because I was always kind of a people pleaser and a shapeshifter. I was so good at analyzing how people are and what they want or what they need, and I would just give them that. And that was my way of loving and of receiving love. For me, I had to earn love. In my head, that was the way of love. You have to do something, or you have to gain love, you have to earn love. And I was finally breaking free from this. I was finally breaking free from putting other people's emotions and needs first. Now it's, hold on, what do I want? What do I feel like? What do I need? And I never done that before. I was the one that, even if you do something to me and you crack a joke so you can feel better about it, I would laugh at it just to make you feel better. But really within, I'm pissed off. I was the kind that I would be tired and I wouldn't want to do something, but she really want to do this, or he really want to do that, and they need me, they need my support. I would try to earn love and shape shift. And it's been rough, guys. It hasn't been easy at all, because when you start healing your wounds, a lot of your previous relationships are based on those wounds. You clicked and you built a friendship. I don't want to say a lot because it doesn't apply to a lot of my friendship. I would say some friendship and some relationship were aligned on a deeper level, and others just become misaligned. Now that you're changing and you're evolving and you're healing, automatically, because you're healing, you're changing. You are going to change. Your personality gonna change. Your behavior gonna change. Your thoughts process going to change. Everything is going to change because you are healing the core of who you are. You are healing and changing within. I'm talking about energetically, your nervous system, really deep within. So ultimately, everything else outside is going to change. And that also includes relationships that are dear to your heart. I had two very, very, very close friends of mine here. I was all the time with those people. And when I started healing and I started changing, well, when it's misaligned, it's misaligned. And when you are doing the inner work, the growth, and you're knee deep in it, you're very intentional, your growth is real. So you can't lie to yourself. Even if you try to, it's like, why am I lying to myself? It's stupid. I'm not doing all this work to just stay in a loop and stay here even though you know it's misaligned. No, you're going to learn to let go. You're gonna have to let go. And that's what happened for me. I had to let go of two of my closest friends. And being a family person, valuing friendship the way I do, and being as close as I am with my family back home, I'm very, very attached and close to my friends here. My friends always been my everything. From back home to in America, I value friendship really, really deeply and highly. So having to let go of people that you love and that you really attached to, and you feel like they're your backbone, it was extremely challenging. That phase was really lonely phase, and processing my transformation, but also loss of the people that I love but that I had to let go of. And one thing that you learn when you do inner work is that you are the captain of your ship. You are the creator of your life, or at least the co-creator of your life with God. The decision you make are very important. It matters. The people you give your energy to matters. The people you give your love to matters. The people and things that you give your time and energy and love to matters a lot. This is your life. So the decision that you make have consequences. Choosing to let go even when it hurts, I knew it was a part of my transformation and my healing and my growth. So despite the pain, I was also really grateful and proud of myself for accepting this, going through this, and surviving this, because I'm telling you, I cried a lot. I was actually aching. My heart was physically aching. It was difficult, but it also brought so many good things, like peace of mind, unconditional love for myself. I am so proud and I am so in love with myself right now, for standing up for myself, for valuing myself, for really putting myself first. When you do inner work, when you have boundaries and you set boundaries, the people that don't benefit from those boundaries are gonna call you selfish, are gonna call you names, are gonna blame you, are gonna do all type of things. But you don't care. No, you do care, but you also know that it's not the case. I have such a peace of mind, and I have such a self-love and self-respect, and it like literally feeds my self-esteem and my self-love. To know that I stand for myself, that I put myself first, that I take myself into consideration now, just boosted me in a way that even words can't express. Honestly, it was a huge turn in my life. I know it, I feel it, I see it. And it's a wonderful thing. Difficult things don't mean bad things. Difficult things actually most of the time means good things. Outside of your comfort zone is often the key of your happiness. It's often the key of your growth. And since then, I've been learning to embrace solitude, loneliness, learning to embrace my own company. Although I'm very social, extremely social, I always loved my own company, but now it's a different level, because when you don't have your friends and your circle that you used to, and that is kind of your comfort zone and you cocoon, when you don't have this and you literally bare naked on your own on earth, this is how it feels right now. It's another level of solitude to embrace, but I'm in it and I'm loving it. I'm ready for the next step, and it's very exciting. It's an exciting place to be in, to be honest. Although it's not that way all the time, it really is right now for me. It allows me to find new joy and new passions and new creativity and new path for me. Look at my cat. Tequila, you don't know where to go, you come here? Can't you go wash yourself somewhere else? Huh? When you aligned, God, the universe, the higher power, however you call it, is going to align things for you too. I'm sharing this because go for what you want. Believe in yourself. Believe in your desire, what is burning in you, what you enjoy doing. Go after that. Really believe in yourself and things will align. Do what you want to do. Go for your dreams. Give you the means, give you the tools. If you have nobody to help you, figure out a way. There is a way, and it's cool and all to study other people or to listen to other people like me right now. Like, it's cool to listen to me and be inspired, but at the end of the day, we all have our own path. Find your path and build your path. Make your way. You are just as important as anybody else. You are just as chosen and special and worthy as anybody else. If we are here on this planet, we all are worthy. just to be here, period, just to exist. Just because you exist, you deserve love. You don't have to be nobody, you don't have to do anything, and you don't have to be special to be loved and to be worthy. I'm saying this because it took me inner work to realize that, for real, for real. It's one thing to know it and to talk this way, but it's another to actually know it in your core, breathe that, to believe that no matter what. Inner work will help you achieve that, will help you literally learn how to love yourself and see yourself and honor yourself. Another thing that I wanted to mention in this video, you know, we never know what people are going through and what they face. I mentioned how when you live here as foreigner, you don't necessarily have the right to work. When you graduate, after your studies here, you get a work permit. So my plan, when I got fired in January, my plan was to, okay, by May, I'll have my work permit because I graduate in May. So it will be literally the end of my savings. Everything was like cropped to a T, planned to a T. It was like, okay, I have enough to survive until I receive my work permit. By then, I would have grown my social media, my YouTube will have hundreds and thousands of views, and the brand deals will be flowing, and boom, I get my work permit and I'm making bread. And this summer, I'm traveling and I'm having fun and I'm celebrating. Guess what? I haven't traveled in 2 years. I haven't lived LA in like over a year. I haven't left the country more than 2 years ago. And it wasn't easy because I always traveled my whole life, especially 2 years ago. I was traveling the world. I'm talking about lavish life. I'm talking about I'm going on tour. I'm going everywhere. I ain't got to pay nothing. Everything is luxury. Everything is private jets and first class and all those things. Like, my life is a drastic change. It's not even a change at this point. It's like a flop. But the crazy part is I haven't been happier. The reason why, it's really because I'm making myself happy at the end of the day, and I know what I'm doing, and I know those things are going to happen. I know those things are coming my way. I know the opportunities, the travels ain't going nowhere. I'm saying this because I was mentioning how I had my plans to a T with my finances and my budgets, right? So for those 5 months, I was very strict with everything, with my groceries, with anywhere I would go, with the Ubers and all this. I've been very, very cautious and very responsible with my finances because I knew that I had to survive until I would have my work permit once I graduate. But things don't always happen like you want them to. So in May, I graduated, yay. And guys, I received my work permit a week ago. Not even, I think I received my work permit like 4 days ago. So since May, I had no savings anymore. I didn't have any means to have an income because I simply don't have the right to work in America. So at this point, I was left with borrowing money and asking help around me, which was really difficult for me because especially money, I always had a very, very particular relationship with money and with asking for money specifically and asking for help. So it was really challenging. And I also believe that it's a part of my journey. It's a part of the growth that I had to go through that. I had to go through not having a dollar on my name and having to ask for help, having to be vulnerable, letting this I'm a strong woman and I got this, like letting this go because no, you don't. No, but you don't. And you got bills to pay. If you look at my life online, and I'm gonna say this because people swear they know people's life. You do not know people's life. You barely know your own life. You barely know yourself. You do not know people's life. You do not know what they go through. You have no idea. And if you look at my Instagram, if you look at my TikTok, you would never believe that this girl has no income, that this girl has no sugar daddy, that this girl has no guys that are sending her money, that this girl has no job, that this girl has no right to work, you would never believe. You absolutely would never think that. I say that to bring light into the fact that be patient and be kind with others, and try to not assume, because you really don't know. You really don't know what people are going through. And I'm also sharing that, more importantly, the reason why I'm sharing my finances, it's for you to understand that it's not because there's some things that are not working the way you want, like your health, like your finances. Actually, I haven't had an income since last year. It did not stop me to continue my work journey. It did not stop me to pursue my dream life and my dream career. If anything, I use that as a motivator. Doing inner work really gave me that strength and that power of believing that no, don't give up, keep doing what you're doing. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. Even though I don't know how, I don't know when, I surrender this to God. And when you are confident in yourself, when you believe in yourself, you're not really worried about this, because you know that you will be fine. At the end of the day, you will be okay, and everything is gonna work out in your favor. Everything is going to work out. It always does. It always does. I invite you to think about this time last year, where you were and where were your goals, or even this time 10 years ago. I went on a hike this morning to Runyon Canyon, and you have this view of the whole city of LA. And I sat down on this bench that I never sat on, and I was just looking at LA, and I was like, damn, like almost 10 years ago, I was dreaming of being in America. It was a dream. It was like a dream, like a thought, but like so far from my reality. And here I am, almost 10 years later, on a freaking Friday morning, hiking on my own, being strong, being in love with myself, more love in myself than I never been, more aligned than I never been, more at peace than I never been before. I'm a success on legs. Like, I'm dead as a success on legs, and I was so appreciative and so proud, and it just felt so good and incredible, because we forget that we live in our dreams. Once upon a time, it was my dream, and now it's just my reality. That's just my life. Like, it's regular. I go to Trader Joe's and I go to freaking Santa Monica Beach. I'm about to go to Malibu right now. This is my reality now. Well, I still held the vision despite my finances and things not really working my way when it came to incomes and work permits. I didn't give up. I kept my faith, and I kept my vision, and I kept believing in myself, and I keep doing this. I literally just got my work permit right now, so I'm only now entering that phase in my life where I have to pitch myself to brands and I have to find ways to make money. So I'm entering this phase now. But to conclude, guys, I really wanted to share all this today for you to remember, even if things don't go your way, even if life doesn't go as planned, even if you're experiencing delays and you are faced with challenges and obstacles, even if you hit rock bottom financially or emotionally or physically, if you do the work, if you believe in yourself, if you believe in a higher power, if you surrender to God, if you introspect, if you look into yourself and identify the limiting beliefs, identify your wounds and heal those wounds and break free from those limiting beliefs. If you do your part, I promise you, you will be able to live your dream life. You will be able to build your dream life. It might take time, it might take work, it might sometimes take moment of surrendering and rest. If you do your part and you believe in yourself and you learn to love yourself and honor yourself, trust me, you will be able to create your dream life. You will be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve in life and be happy, not be the victim of your life, but rather the captain of it. This was my story for this year, at least for the last 8 months, because It's August now. I'm not any more special than anybody else. I think I'm chosen. I think I'm very special, but I don't think I'm more than any other human beings. I think we all are. And it's up to us to tap into that specialness and that power that we have within. We all have that power. And if you add your own love to that and your faith to yourself, even the sky isn't the limit anymore. Like the stars are the limit. I guess there's no limits. It's limitless. Your life can be limitless. So I hope this video is helpful, inspiring. I hope that you can take something from it and use it for yourself, for your growth, for your happiness. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Once again, I am Aziza, and see you in the next video. Mwah.